Good morning. Good morning, collective. I want to do a general read, like a collective energy read for today. Let's see what our energy of the day is, what energies are coming towards us, if anything, and what we're supposed to be focusing on or doing with that energy. And of course, right as I decided to do the read, we have the landscaping crew for the building across the street. So, with that being said, I might as well get into it. I curse, I reference God, and speak of God because that's who I believe in and I pray to. And there will be noise in the background of my videos. So, if any of those things don't work for you, click the little X button in the top right corner and go find yourself a more suitable reader. For those of you who are going to stick around, thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome. So, I prayed and I pre-shuffled both decks because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. And when I took out this deck, this is like my regular deck. This is like my first deck that I was gifted years ago. When I pulled out that deck, I heard that the young jock is going down. That's the only part of the song I heard is going down. So I don't know who's meeting who where, but it's going down. That was the first thing. And then there was something else a few seconds ago. I don't know. We'll see if it comes out because I don't remember. But yeah, that's that. So, without further ado, let's get started. It was redirect. The other thought that I had was redirect. It was something about a redirect. You're redirecting your energy, you're redirecting your thoughts, you're redirecting something. Redirect. Maybe because Mercury's going in retrograde. I don't know. But I heard redirect. So yes, even though I pre-shuffled, I like to shuffle on camera so y'all don't feel like I'm hitting y'all with the okie doke and just picking whatever I want. Alright, Holy Spirit, God, angels, ancestors, what is our energy of the day? What's the collective energy of the day, please, today? June 25th, last day of school for us here, like New Jersey people. I think New York too, not sure. But I know, last day of school, finally. And I just heard end of days. That was pretty, like, dismal. Somebody's name might be Sophia. Sophie. I heard Sophia the first after I said that. Like the little cartoon from the little girl. My daughter used to watch that when she was a kid. Anyway, what's our energy of the day today, please? What is the collective energy of the day today, please, Holy Spirit? Working on something that you already knew, that you've been keeping a secret. There's something that you've been working on, or working with somebody in secret, or working. That's the redirection. It was like you're working on something with somebody and you put a hold because of who they're connected to. Shit can't grow. It got too chaotic. You're supposed to be working together with people on a project, and you ended up going off and doing your own thing because you knew secretly that they didn't have, like, I want to say, like, the same work ethic, the same drive, the same passion. Like, you were gonna end up doing all the work in this group project. Tell me about this. 3 of Pentacles, please. Teamwork makes the dream work is what I heard. But secretly you knew it wasn't that. This is taking action to create order. I'm not taking that one on the floor. Taking action to create order. I just said taking action to create order and harmonious change. And the steps are in alignment. To restore order in your life, to restore order to your confidence, to restore order to your lifestyle. Taking action to bring positive changes. And these are small actions. These aren't like big, oh my God, this is a big grand to do. No, these are small actions. The card that fell on the floor was the Three of Swords. So this is probably something that you didn't want, to not be able to work with other people, but it just came to an end. Like, you knew what it was. Either that, or that's why you put a halt to this group thing and you started doing it on your own, because you felt like it wasn't gonna go right. And then for another group of you, I just see you working on things in secret. Like, you working on something, you building something, and you're not telling anybody what you're doing, you're just doing it. And I see that by you just doing it and not telling other people what you do, that's like a stark contrast to how you used to do things in the past. In the past, you may have like always been the one to want to run things by everyone. You want to tell everybody what you're doing. And for some reason, you stopped sharing that information. You stopped sharing what you were doing. You stopped sharing what you were working on, and you just started doing it. And that's bringing about a change in your confidence, a change in your lifestyle, a change in what you're able to create, a change in your passion, your drive, your desire. It's also giving you a sense of power, confidence, like maybe this is like a talent that you have, and you didn't think that it was like a talent, but it was something that you just started doing, and people are like, oh shit. And now you realize the power and the potential that you hold. It's like when Jesus told the apostles, you can do anything. You command the mountains to jump in the water. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles. It's funny because I feel like I was supposed to be asking about the High Priestess. And I was like, tell me more about the Three of Pentacles. And it felt like it didn't want to give me a message. Somebody's not telling you the truth. But you already knew this. Somebody's keeping a secret and you already knew that. And it's currently probably about to come out really soon. You have dominion over this shit. You run this shit. Maybe somebody didn't know. Maybe maybe you're working on a group project and the people that you're working with have no idea that you're the one who runs the show. You're the one who is spearheading the project. It's your fucking project. And they had no idea. But you run this shit. This is your investment. This is your time. And because you're investing in yourself and your time, this is going to be completely successful. It's something that makes your heart happy. And because it's your baby and it makes your heart happy, that leads you to success. It's like perfect for you. In the past, you didn't have enough confidence. You didn't have maybe it has something to do with like being able to stand up and talk in front of people, or putting yourself out there, exposing yourself, and you didn't have the confidence in your craft. You didn't have the confidence to stand up and say, I got this. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You didn't have the confidence to stand up and make a change. It could have been a situation where you were in a relationship and the person had you in a third party, and you didn't have the confidence to fucking leave, to create that peace in your own life, to say, you know what, I'm worth more than this. I'm fucking out. And then all of a sudden, 22, you grabbed your fucking nuts and you said, I'm out, fuck you. I'm not investing in this shit no more. I'm investing in myself. You knew that shit was going nowhere. Something about something going nowhere. And you knowing it. And then some of you, it was like, you're working and you're working and you're working, but you're not seeing any results. And you're like, what the fuck, yo? and you're feeling like you were just working for nothing because you're not seeing any results. But it has to do with divine timing. You don't just, you know how they say when you're like planting seeds and shit, you gotta till the dirt, you gotta water the shit, you gotta make sure it gets sun, you gotta wait. It's not just gonna poof, that resistance is not just gonna break through the earth and have a big ass tree like a week after you plant it. You know what I mean? It takes time. So some of you, it took some time for you to build this confidence. It took some time for you to get to where you were going. Yeah, this was all in your head. You didn't think that you could do it. You didn't think that, you didn't have the confidence. You were letting other people's thoughts in your mind and beat you down. And this not even necessarily other people's thoughts in your mind that beat you down. It's like society, what you were taught, what society tells us. You know what I mean? Manifesting as evil, but the church does it. Like, kind of shit like that. And so because you were telling yourself that you couldn't do it, or because you were believing what other people were telling you, you walked away from it. It's something that you may have started this years ago and just never put any time or anything into it. And now you're revisiting something that you started years ago and you're working on it. It could be something with your intuition. You could be a reader. You could start a YouTube channel. You could start doing readings in the public for people. Fuck around, you just go sit in the park and start reading. You walked away from it because it was like, again, like that's right back to exactly what I was saying. It's divine timing. You're putting in all this time and effort and you're not seeing any results. And you're telling yourself like this shit isn't working, so you walk away from it. But the Knight of Pentacles is slow as fuck. He's slow as fuck. So of course you're not seeing like poof, immediate results. This is something that needs to be built on. And you're making the decision to do just that. And because you're making the decision to do just that, it's going to be successful. Because you're putting all your time. You're putting all your effort. You're saying, you know what? Fuck that. I got this. What's the High Priestess? Tell me about the High Priestess. Something about duality. It's like you secretly know somebody's duality. Like everybody, we all have the mask, the representative. If you think about it in terms of astrology, we have our sun, our rising, and our moon. Our moon is what we keep hidden from everybody. The secrets, our secret emotions, feelings, thoughts, the deep things that we don't share with everybody, the inner layers of the onion that maybe never get exposed to our friends and families or the people closest to us. Our sun sign is our personality. But our rising sign is our representative. The one that goes out into the world that everybody sees, and that's our representative. That's how we come across to people. People's perception of us. Oh, I'm sorry. I just knocked down the whole mic. Pardon me, y'all. That's what I get for trying to move shit and like, I don't know, I have Virgo energy placement, so I be trying to make sure everything is like perfect. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I lost it. Oh, you might see somebody's duality, so you can see through their mask, through their representative, into their sun, into their deepest, darkest fucking emotions and feelings and the things that they don't want to share with nobody. You're able to see those things. So you really truly could be an intuitive. You could be a reader. So tell me about the High Priestess, please. It's funny that this comes out over here with the truth. And I remember I told you somebody wasn't telling you the truth. They were trying to keep that a secret from you, the truth. So she's my shit starter. I know that it's like in tarot it means something else, but the Princess of Wands in this deck has always been my shit starter. Look at her. She just looked like she's gonna go start some shit, instigate some shit. She's my little shit starter. It doesn't mean that she's malicious. It just means that she might instigate a little bit. You know what I mean? So anyway, somebody started something. Somebody put a thought in somebody's head or something, and it created like, again, this could go back to the third party. This might have been the third party. And something about, so somebody initiated some shit. Somebody started some shit with you. And instead of going back and forth with them, because this is hurt people, instead of going back and forth with them, you were like, fuck this, I'm out. I'll cut your fucking head off. Like, you don't really want to fuck with me. And that caused them that caused them to be stressed out. Like they wanted you to fight with them. This is like somebody I'm leaving. Like, you know how women be like, I'm leaving and I don't want to be here no more. And then they leave and they really truthfully do want to be there. They just want the man to chase them. That's that. But the man ain't chasing. He's like, fuck you, bitch, you gone. Bye. And that set her off. That caused strife. Like, that caused pain. Like, because you didn't react the way somebody wanted you to react. That's basically, somebody started some shit because they were trying to hurt you. They were trying to get you to see something. Maybe somebody wanted you to see something online. But they started some shit because they really wanted to hurt your feelings. But because you had already cut them off, you didn't see it, didn't care, whatever have you. And it's causing them conflict. Because pardon me, let me like slow down and gather my thoughts. Gather my words, not my thoughts, because my thoughts go faster than my words. It's causing them an internal conflict. They're conflicted within because they really wanted, like, so if it was that situation where a person is leaving and like dangling them, leaving over a person's head, and they really wanted that other person to chase them and stop them, that really fucked them up because they wanted this relationship. They were just playing stupid games. But you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's the Three of Swords. Okay. Somebody doesn't want something to be over. It's kind of exactly what the fuck I was just saying. Because the Three of Swords, when I clarified the Three of Swords, it was the wheel in reverse. So somebody's getting their karma. And this is something that you knew was going to happen. You intuitively already knew this. This was the secret. So now somebody's got to go sit in the fucking corner and heal. It's like God put them in the corner. But you already knew this was going to happen. Trapped. Could also be somebody getting locked up. Like you knew, like, I'm out, I'm leaving, I don't want to be here no more. You wanted to fucking cheat, go do dirty shit, I'm out. But you already knew, like, their lifestyle and where that would lead. And that wouldn't last. That lifestyle is not gonna last. All things done in the dark come to the light. What's the moon? Somebody wanted attention. They were seeking attention, and that's the reason that they did this shit. And it turned around that while they were seeking attention and external validation from everyone around y'all. So if this was a relationship and this was a third party, that's what it was. They were seeking external validation from other people. And because they were seeking external validation from other people, it put them in the Nine of Wands energy. So now you got to work through this. Now you got to go sit in the fucking corner and deal with your fucking karma and work through it. I don't feel like I could clarify anymore with those. Only because I'm like running out of cards here. The Four of Swords was popped up. Let's see. We got the Four of Swords. You're taking a break from the bullshit. You're taking a break from having the weight of the world on your shoulders. And somebody sees this. Somebody's watching you take a break from having the weight of the world on your shoulders. Somebody is watching you become enlightened and listen to your higher self. What's the Princess of Swords? What's the Princess of Swords? The Page of Swords. And the Ace of Coins. So somebody's watching you because they have something that they want to offer you. So this might have been one of the three parties that you were working with earlier, and they see you go off and do your own thing in secret, and they're starting to see it. And they're like, oh shit. Or this is somebody watching you bring your dreams into fruition. Make things tangible in your life. You're making shit shake. You're making shit happen. And God is guiding you. Your intuition comes from the Most High. Comes from God. Your commitment to your intuition is what's going to bring you forward. You're taking action. You have dominion, and you're making the plan. And you're going to implement that plan. And you're enthusiastic about it. It's not something that's like real big right now. And so if it is a channel, like say for instance it's a channel, right? You're really happy and you're doing what you do, but you may not be getting a lot of views, you might not be monetized, so it's not making you no money, but you're happy in what you're doing and you're building it. And with the Lovers there, it looks like it's going to integrate and you're going to be fine. Especially because you had the 10 of Cups somewhere around here, complete success. Remember when I had told you again, you got Dominion and then there was the success. Clarify the Lovers here. Ten of Swords. Some of you might have thought that this was not possible. This might have been in union. Somebody out there might think that you don't have a significant other, you don't have a match. Like, you know, when you hear people talk about your soulmate, your soul tie, your significant other, and then in your head you're like, I don't have a person. There is nobody for me. Some of y'all feel like there's no second chances in love. And I don't mean with the same person. I just mean like maybe you've been through a relationship and you've had a divorce and you just feel like I ain't doing that shit ever again. So it's like there's no second chances in a relationship. But this is whatever it is whatever you're telling yourself based off of past actions and past situations that maybe weren't deemed for you, and you just needed to become wise with the Hermit. You needed to see things. You needed to learn the lessons so that way you can move forward and see that there is somebody out there for you. Clarify. 10 of Wands in reverse and the Chariot. You're not struggling. You're not suffering. You're not sitting there telling yourself that you can't make it anymore. You're putting all that shit to rest and you're moving forward, and that's where the victory is coming from. Your intuition is on point. You're holding this big ass cup of water over your head and the fish is abundance, and he's damn near jumping out the cup. You have tangible shit coming into you. You know, they'd be like, oh, your ships are coming in, but it's reinforcements. It's because you're in alignment and you're working with your intuition, which is guided by God, and you're seeing these victories. You're pushing through the negative thoughts. You're pushing through the struggle of I can't do this, I'm struggling. You're not struggling. Get that shit out of your head, because that's the fucking lie, is you're not struggling. You keep telling yourself you're struggling, but you're not. You're exactly in alignment with where you need to be, and everything that you need is going to come in when you need it. It's divine timing. It's not when you want it. The coagulation. I know I'm doing this and that's like 067, but no. It's the coagulation. It's like the blending of the two. This is you making shit happen, making your dreams come true. It's my 9 of coins. It's my peacock. It's my beautiful ancestor. I love that one. That's my, like, almost my favorite card in this deck. She's so, like, beautiful. It's just natural. It's just like, it brings me to the 9 of Pentacles, which would be single, independent, abundant on her own. You know what I mean? Like, this is something, and she's not showing her feathers. You see what I'm saying? She is the peacock, but she's not showing them feathers. You might have dimmed yourself down, because that 9 of Swords is out here again. 99 could be significant. The year 99, you could be born in 99. You could be seeing 9s all over the place. But through all this negativity, all this push is where the new creativity is starting. The new material things that are coming in. I felt like that bird was just gonna fly in my window. There was a bird flying right towards my window, and it looked like he was about to fly in, but he went up to the roof. This is maybe looking at somebody else and thinking that they're better than you. Don't think that. Don't compare yourself to other people. There is no comparing yourself to anyone else, because what's for them is for them, and what's for you is for you. Your path is for you. So what works for someone else is not going to work for you, and what works for you is not going to work for someone else. Don't dim your light for anybody. Don't say, you know what I mean, I don't want to show my feathers because I'm going to hurt this person's feelings. Fuck that person's feelings. You need to get a new circle if that's the case. If you can't shine because you're going to hurt someone in your circle's feelings, then you need a new fucking circle. That person needs to go fucking heal. This is Ace of Wands. This is Ace of Wands, please. Ace of Wands, please. I only stopped because the lawnmower got like really close and I was like slightly annoyed. Ace of Wands, please. They all want to come out, but they don't. It's the Devil. This could be something that you were mixed up in, that you were like really, because it's also the Ace of Wands is on top of the Three of Wands. It could be some kind of codependency on your home, on people, on your family, immediate family. It could be a new connection coming in, but it's toxic, and it's like more of a lesson. It's a lesson that you have to learn, because, or they want to. It's like a test. Did you learn the lesson? Why is the Ace of Wands with the Devil? Yeah, it's a lesson you need to learn. Walk away. Are you gonna stay codependent with these people for them to leave you out in the cold later? Or you're going to be abundant on your own and go do your own thing. The Empress. That's what that is. So the Ace of Wands is a choice. You're being tested and you're being given the choice. Do you want to stay in this situation, or you want to move forward and do it on your own? That might be somebody, you know how I said earlier that you were working with somebody and then you went off and you started doing it on your own thing? This may be somebody circling the block, trying to come back and say, you know, let's do this together. I see you got it started, and, you know, let's work on it together. So it's like you really want to jump back in that shit with the Ten of Wands, with the Nine of Swords, with the Nine of Swords again, and now the Devil. You really want to jump in that? Let's use our discernment. I'm telling you the truth, and it's not even just that I'm telling you the truth. She wants you to hold up your sword of truth. So when this person, situation, or thing presents itself, it wants you to see things clearly. Think back and see things clearly. Hindsight is 20/20. So look at it from all the lessons that you learned. Don't look at it from the way you were in the past, the last time you dealt with this person, place, or thing, or situation. When they come to you and they present this to you, think about it with a clear mind. Use your discernment that God's given you, your intuition. That's so spot on. You're meant to use that and make a clear and concise decision that's going to be beneficial for you and not for everyone else. And this is something that if you balance yourself, that this can be like a forever job, a forever home, whatever it is. It can be long lasting. It can be a whole legacy that you can leave to the future generations if you balance it right. I'm going to use these and get the outcome. Outcome, please. Outcome, please. Okay. Seems like we got two outcomes. This one, in this outcome, you're committing You're committing it. So there's also an institution that's going to award you a victory. You got the Hierophant, the Chariot, and the Ace of Cups. So if some of you have been dealing with a lawsuit, back pay, some kind of situation dealing with an agency, an entity, a business, or something like that, the courts, whatever it is gonna go in your favor. You're gonna be, the light triumphs. All truth comes to light. So the truth is gonna come to the light, and you're gonna be awarded the victory from that. The other outcome, that's stable. That's a stable wife. So for some of you, this is a stable relationship. That's the other outcome. I got the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, Fortitude, and the Lovers. Fortitude is strength. And it's funny because strength went to pop out in the other deck when I was shuffling them before I decided that I was going to pull these. There's a lot of feminine energy. I feel like you're an earth sign. I have female earth signs in here. But my female earth signs, y'all fucking winning. Y'all doing the damn thing. And it took a lot of courage to be able to do this. It took a lot of courage. So some of you, this is a love situation. Some of you, it took a lot of courage to set yourself free from a love situation that you knew was like their person, but the shit wasn't going nowhere, and you had to separate and heal yourself. Because they were selling you a dream. Like, it was just, you knew that shit really wasn't gonna go nowhere. So the outcome is victory in all aspects. Because even over here, the Six of Wands is victory. The Ace of Cups, the Chariot, that's victory. Like, y'all winning out here. That's the outcome. Alright, y'all. I feel like that's been y'all reading. I feel like that's the wonderful place to leave it off. I hope that helped. I hope that gives you any kind of insight. I hope this reading was a benefit to you, and I know that God is going to give it to the people who need to hear it. So, that being said, y'all keep doing your thing. And remember, when this thing comes around, you use your discernment. Anything that comes back and tries to pull you back into something that wasn't for your greatest interest, that they didn't really want to work with you, that they were keeping secrets, don't go back. Remember, your intuition is on, so trust yourself. Be confident in what you know. What you know is what you know. Don't let people gaslight you into believing that you don't know what you know. Somebody's going to offer you something. They've been watching and they waiting, and this. So that also could be with the Hierophant in the institution. There's something that, you know, they were combing through things and they had to see both sides. And like I said, there's something that you come out triumphant. And that's why, because you're God's child. That's why. So, with that being said, alright, y'all like, share, subscribe. If you would like to purchase any of my stuff or donate, all that stuff is in the description box. And that's about that. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking it through with me. And see you next time. Bye.